Hello and welcome to this edition of Kpsn. The stage is set and our spring athletes are rolling into the postseason, ready to take on their round one opponents with grit and determination to make that deep playoff run they've been dreaming of. The boys lacrosse team is sitting comfortably in the 10th place of the MIAA Division II playoff lacrosse bracket. They will take on Milton High at home tomorrow night with a full week and a half to prepare, holding joint practices with Sharon and Mansfield, two playoff lacrosse teams. The Warriors should be ready mentally and physically going into tomorrow night's game. Tomorrow is a big test to see the potential that this young team has been building since Sharon and Game 1. There's no doubt that junior Donovan DeVellis and sophomore Hayden Schmitz are forces to be reckoned with. They have proven to be effective goal scorers, and every time the ball is in their twig, the opposing team's defense should be ready. The solid defensive play, followed by great coaching, has led the boys to a fantastic, dominant attacking position.
Dylan's 9-9, 500. We're, I want to say like 5 or 6 games over 500, but it should be a good battle. If we win that game, we play the winner of Marblehead, who's 18-0. They're not that good of an 18-0 team. Again, they play Boys Land. Boys Land's not that good. Marblehead should come out on top. Hopefully, it'll be a Marblehead KP matchup going into round of 16. Hopefully, win that going to round of 8.
Doing like joint practices with teams like Sharon and Mansfield. This is going to allow us to kind of see how our offense and defense works with playoff eligible teams. We do have a mental day tomorrow. We're going to be kind of going over kind of the routine of how Saturday night game tomorrow against Milton's going to go.
Working hard this week, a lot of practice, getting some scrimmages in. I think we'll be ready.
Anything to say? We're coming.
This will be the last time the seniors will ever play a home game at MacTav Stadium, so go out there and cheer them on. The girls lacrosse team finished up their season last week with a battle against Dover Sherborne, where they unfortunately fell short, losing 10-9. Going into the postseason, they have a record of 12-6, which leaves them at the 18th seed in the Division I tournament. They will make the trip to North Andover, the 15th seed, on Monday afternoon for a 4 o'clock game. We wish the girls a competitive game and hope that they are able to pull out a win and move on in the tournament.
We've been having a lot of competitive practices, and we practiced this week with Foxborough, who beat us earlier this season. They're pretty good, but it's usually competitive. So we work different things out with them. And then we've also been trying new things on attack because the team we play has a different defense that we're not used to playing against. But hopefully we'll be able to work things through in our game.
Our boys volleyball season ended last Wednesday as they sealed off their season with a 3-0 sweep of Norton. The boys finished the season with a record of 7-9 and unfortunately will not be headed to the playoffs. The team is young as they were only losing one senior and they have something to prove for the 2024 season. The team is expected to have a favorable future ahead of them with players like Nick Gallagher to lead them to success.
I'm thinking we had a pretty good season, but we just kind of brought ourselves down at some points of times, and we need to play more like a team than alone, and that's why we just didn't make playoffs this year. We could have done better. We'll definitely try and switch things up next year. We're only losing one player, so I think we can build off of that.
The boys tennis team has had a great end to the tough 2023 season with a 5-0 win against Taunton, and it was on senior night. Unfortunately, the team did not rank high enough to place in the playoffs and finished 34th with 2 points away from qualifying. It was a successful rebuilding year, and next year they will have some seasoned veterans ready to roll. Senior captains Noah Eiley and Jackson Hom did an excellent job leading the team and leaving a strong legacy for the success of the future. The girls tennis team finished off their regular season with a great record of 12-4 and made the 21st seed in the playoff rankings, but unfortunately, the girls season ended in the first round of the playoffs against Bishop Feehan, losing 5-0. The team finished second in the Hawk, right behind North Attleboro, and returning players will be poised to have a successful season. Coach Plimpton and the baseball team are fired up going into playoffs. As the 3 seed, the boys are looking to get hot at the right time. The team has been working hard and grinding at practice, having 2 weeks to get ready for some heavy competition. They have the home field advantage in Game 1 on Monday against either Canton or Agawam. The boys have some unfinished business after last year's heartbreaking end, and they can taste that championship run.
I've been sticking to our regular practice routine, but a few days this week we had Jack Mullen, who graduated a few years ago, and Terry Mary, who both throw low 90s, so it was good to see them. We faced them for a little bit, but we've been sticking to the regular, what we do with a lot of reps in the field and a lot of reps at the plate.
You know, scrimmage today, get ready for playoffs. Took a win. Maybe not the prettiest of wins this year, but you know, win's a win. Do your job. You know, some boys had good games. Not almost the craziest play I've ever seen, but you know, held it back. Bad call by Blue. You know, what you can do is move forward, have a good week of practice, and come in Monday ready for the offs.
Look at that rake job, eh?
You know, part 2, back at it here on the mound, raking.
No, dude.
Get out there and show the league why Gary Lombard Field is the hardest field to play at because of the roar of supporting fans.
Congratulations to Alex DiMatteo and Danny Lamusio, who represented KP at the MIAA Track and Field Meet of Champions yesterday. Next week we'll let you know how they did, but just making it there is a pretty awesome accomplishment.
I'm doing the 100, the 200, and long jump.
I'm running the 800.
It's the whole state, so there's supposed to be really tough competition. I'm excited to go against like the best people in the state.
I think it's gonna be hot, but I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, hopefully. Our races are at night, so hopefully it gets a little cooler and good weather for us.
The King Philip girls softball team had an incredible season with a 20-2 record. Our Warriors will be hosting the winner of number 31 Needham or number 34 Everett on Monday at 3:45. Freshman McCoy Walsh has been one of the best pitchers in the Hawk this season, posting up with a 13-2 record and a 1.39 ERA. Her sister Libby Walsh is one of the best hitters in the Hawk with a .533 batting average and is first in the Hawk with home runs with 13. The team hopes they can eliminate either Needham or Everett on Monday night. The girls would love to hear some crowd support at the PAL for that big game. There will be no parade inside our city. After pulling off the comeback of the century, getting to a tied 3-3 series after being down 3 games, the Celtics lost it at home in Boston in front of a packed TD Garden. Even with all the momentum, Derek White heroics, and a supercharged home crowd, the Celtics choked on earning a trip to the NBA Finals in embarrassing fashion. The confidence quickly deflated when Jason Tatum rolled his ankle 25 seconds into Game 7. It got worse for the team, as once they lost the lead to the Heat, they never got it back. They looked tired and unprofessional, committing too many turnovers and not making key plays when they had the chance. Jason Tatum would only score 14 points in the game, and Jaylen Brown had 8 turnovers himself, while the entire Miami Heat team only had 12 collectively. The final score of 103-84 was closer than the game really was, and the fans left the Garden feeling lower than the Celtics shooting average.
How do you guys kind of put this into words after losing your 3rd home game in a 7-game series?
Jason Tatum twisting his ankle 7 seconds into the game.
You know, it really hurt us. You know, I could tell the whole stadium was affected by it. Everyone just got quiet. You know,
Roddy was silent.
but it's always next man up, and Jaylen Brown didn't prove that. You know, 8 turnovers, 5 fouls, it's unacceptable. In the Game 7.
You know, 1 win away from making history. You know, sad game. You know, Jason Tatum got hurt in the first play of the game. You know, probably lost the game.
I saw the video. I saw it after the game that you know, I came down, you know, on my ankle, and it's tough because it, you know, kind of impacted me the rest of the night. Swelled up, and it was just frustrating that I was kind of like a shell of myself. It's tough to move. You know, it was just frustrating, especially, you know, that shit happened on the first play.
I'm here with Jack Jamgosian after that devastating loss in Game 7. Jack, how you feeling?
You know, I just think it was disappointing. Making such a wonderful comeback and then just losing Game 7.
Hopefully we can come back next year, make it to the finals, hopefully win the finals, you know, after some good off-season moves. We never know if Joe Mazzulla is still our head coach because he was an awful head coach.
I'd definitely get rid of Jaylen Brown. He has a lot of value, but I don't think he's really going to cut it out for the team. Hopefully we get somebody like Dame Lillard. I think would be a good fit.
I think we should trade Al Horford. He's way too old. He's like a dinosaur out there.
You should get rid of Marcus Smart
and trade him for Russell Westbrook?
First things first, Joe Mazzulla's got to get fired. I think he just isn't capable enough to win us a championship. You know, our team has a lot of talent, but without a coach, we're not much.
They got our hopes up with 3 straight wins, then it all went away in the 7th game. You know, they don't deserve to win the whole round, the whole series against the Heat. They weren't playing good. Their shooting percentages were down. Historically, no team's ever been able to win with those percentages, so it just wasn't going to happen.
Hopefully the team can keep their star players and get back to the playoffs next year, but for now, fans are left shaking their heads after that 1-2 Bruins Celtics punch. The debates have already started. What will happen to a player like Jaylen Brown? Will he leave or will he sign the Supermax? Will Mazzulla get fired or will he get a deal and lead this team again next year? We shall see. Some major deals are going down in the NFL, and there is a chance that the Chiefs may not be the Super Bowl contenders anymore, as many other teams are now looking very dangerous. More than 10 alterations to the league's rules and bylaws were approved this week. The one that caught the most attention among fans was players now being able to wear number 0 as their jersey number, a proposal from the Philadelphia Eagles. Jacksonville Jaguars star wideout Calvin Ridley didn't wait long to announce he would be sporting the new number. The NFL has also passed a new rule instituting all fair catches and touchbacks come out to the 25-yard line on kickoffs, which is the same as the college rule. The competition committee submitted this rule with the goal of improving player safety, though special teams coaches around the league oppose the change.
I think the kickoff rule is long overdue and should have been changed a long time ago.
I think it's a useless rule change. I think you should be able to run back a kickoff. If you take a knee, it shouldn't be a touchback if you're not in the end zone. I think it's just the NFL trying to be scared of people hitting each other. None of the coaches wanted it. I just think it's stupid.
You know, I think the kickoff rule is something that's long overdue. You know, they do it in college, and I just think that it's such a risk for our players returning kicks. And just for them to be able to fair catch into the 20 and get to the 20, it's such a smart move. I think it's a no-brainer, and I think we're going to see a decrease in injury on kickoffs now. And I just think it's a great rule.
Our spring athletes are looking for your support as they head into the postseason with fire. Get out there and help them make some noise. We'll be back next week with all the updates and our final broadcast for the year. Let's go, KP.